And as the city welcomes thousands of soccer fans for the World Cup and Pride celebrations, one organization is using a familiar part of the skyline to spark a conversation. Fox 13's Alejandro Guzman shows us why a giant billboard is getting people talking.
A giant soccer-themed billboard like this one is very hard to miss. The message is loud and clear. Goal. As Team USA takes on Australia here in Seattle, there's more than one way to score. With football fever taking over host cities like Seattle, the timing is intentional.
Who would associate soccer with sexual health?
A nonprofit set this billboard up in 6 World Cup host cities, including 2 right here in Seattle.
Hey, condom use can be sexy.
The organization behind the ad, the AIDS Healthcare Foundation, says the goal of the artwork isn't shock value, but to start a conversation about sexual health.
We should be planning for the sexual encounters that we're having, but like I said, I think that billboard says so much in just one really long word.
AIDS Healthcare Foundation Chief Marcelino Alcorta-Cuddle says the mission is to encourage people to think about prevention before they need treatment.
Condom use should be the goal. We should be using that first tool in our tool belt first.
Last year, AHF distributed more than 64 million free condoms worldwide. The nonprofit says it's one of the most effective tools to reduce the risk of HIV and sexually transmitted infections.
You're bringing in an entire different diaspora of people. You've got people from all around the world with different lived experiences, different takes on what it means to be sexually healthy, and they're engaging with one another.
The billboards are expected to stay up through at least July 19th, and while they may spark a debate, Marcelino says that's part of the point.
We tend to drive these conversations in spaces where people aren't used to having these kind of conversations, and we welcome any criticism that he has. At least you're talking about it.
The organization says whether people agree with the campaign or not, the goal is to normalize talking about condoms and removing the stigma. The website, useacondom.org, has information about free condoms, STI testing, and other sexual health resources. In Seattle, I'm Alejandra Guzman.